We suspected it for the last 2 days, and Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is now admitting that Republicans do not yet have the votes to successfully block impeachment witnesses in the Senate trial of Donald Trump. Now, yet is a key word. Remember that in the past, we've seen reports that Mitch McConnell didn't have the votes to confirm Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. Brett Kavanaugh is now on the Supreme Court. So anytime we hear from Mitch McConnell that he doesn't yet have the votes, we have to understand that that may be a game that he's playing. The latest word is that witness-related votes are going to happen on Friday in the Senate. McConnell says hopefully by then they will have the votes. Remember that witnesses are dependent on a simple majority in the Senate. So you don't need 2/3. You need just 51 senators to say we want witnesses. That would be the 45 Democrats, 2 independent senators, Angus King and Bernie Sanders, and 4 Republicans. We suspect that Mitt Romney and Susan Collins might be 2 of those 4 Republicans. New reports suggest there could be many more Republicans planning to vote for witnesses, but until they do it, we don't know. And as I said yesterday, Republicans are remarkably unreliable at doing the right thing. So let's not speculate any further. Let's focus on the facts and the reality of a trial and witnesses. Trials should have witnesses. 75% of the country wants witnesses per a new Quinnipiac poll, which we are linking to. Republicans have complained that they have not seen any firsthand testimony of what Donald Trump did and wanted to have done. Donald Trump's former national security advisor, John Bolton, is willing to testify and is likely to say what he says in his upcoming book, which is Trump told him to withhold aid to Ukraine until Ukraine smears Joe Biden publicly. That's a firsthand witness. He's willing to testify. Republicans claim they want firsthand witnesses, but they are trying to block John Bolton from testifying. Republicans started signaling their talking points to argue against witnesses a few days ago. There are 3 main talking points Republicans are using. Number 1, they've started saying, well, after we do 64 hours of stuff, 24 hours of House managers, 24 hours of Trump's lawyers, 16 hours of senator questions, then we can decide if we really need to hear more. And the implication is it's all kind of the same, right? 24 hours of Adam Schiff is the same as hearing from John Bolton. It's just more hours. Of course, this is part of the gaslighting because John Bolton can actually tell us what Donald Trump did. This is incorrect. It's gaslighting, but they're going to try it. Secondly, they are trying a strategy of if Democrats get witnesses, we get witnesses too, because this can't just be one-sided. Now, the determination about who testifies shouldn't be about the party affiliation or which side wants the witness. The question should be, are they material witnesses? Republicans have signaled that if John Bolton testifies, they might want Joe Biden to testify. They might want Hunter Biden to testify. This is gaslighting. The Bidens have nothing to do with determining the guilt or innocence of Donald Trump. Republicans want to make it about Joe Biden, but it's not. Bolton is a firsthand witness to what Donald Trump did. Trump is on trial, not Joe Biden. So that's the second gaslighting strategy they will try. Number 3, Republicans will say Democrats could have called these witnesses when they had hearings in the House. They don't get to do it now. Now, of course, that's legally and historically invalid. You don't have to call every witness in the House, the same that you don't have to call every witness in a grand jury that you eventually call in the trial. The Senate is a valid place to call witnesses. They had the option of subpoenaing John Bolton in the House. It could have taken a year or longer for that subpoena to work its way through the judiciary, and nothing would have happened. So that is a misdirection. Those are the 3 most common arguments that we're hearing from Republicans against hearing from witnesses. Last thought, let me go back to the beginning. Mitch McConnell says they don't yet have the votes to block witnesses. He has said this before and gotten the votes. This could be a ploy to make it look like they're really deliberating. Republicans are really taking it seriously and really thinking through, do they want to have witnesses, and if so, which one? And then when they say no on Friday, if they don't get the votes, they can say, it wasn't a foregone conclusion. We took all week to deliberate. We thought about it really hard. We didn't think we had the votes, and in the end, we did. So I will believe that 4 Republicans are going to vote for witnesses when 4 Republicans vote for witnesses in the Senate, which may happen on Friday. Tell me what you think will happen. Will John Bolton ultimately testify? Remember, Sunday is my birthday. We are doing a huge membership special on Sunday, February 2nd. If you want to be notified of this membership discount, which will be a beautiful thing, we've looked at it very strongly. A lot of people don't know about it, but we're doing it. Get on our mailing list at davidpakman.com. You put in your email address. Sunday, you'll get an email with instructions on how to take advantage of this great membership special. Do you feel like you just don't have enough time to become as intellectually well-rounded as you would like to be, that there are just not enough hours in your week for you to read all of the books that you want to read? One of our sponsors is called Blinkist, and it's an app that lets you consume an entire nonfiction book in 15 minutes. It's only about $8 a month, but you can try it for free for a week and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. What Blinkist does is take thousands of popular nonfiction books and condense them into either text or audio that you can read or listen to in just 15 minutes. And what you get is all of the most important ideas and information from the book. Imagine being able to listen to an entire nonfiction book in the amount of time it takes you to drive or walk home from work. I just finished listening to Catch and Kill by Ronan Farrow. Super interesting book, probably already familiar to some in my audience, and a really interesting take at how Harvey Weinstein and his alleged transgressions were brought to light. Excellent investigative piece. Blinkist has totally transformed how I consume information. I love it. Of course, I read a book in its entirety when I can, but there are simply just so many books that I want to read and would not have the time for if it weren't for Blinkist. They have books on politics, economics, philosophy, science, you name it. You can try it out yourself, totally free for a week, and get 25% off if you decide to subscribe just by going to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video. Like the rest of us, I bet you're going into 2020 thinking about what you didn't get around to in 2019 and your goals for the new year. If you want to work towards being your best self in 2020, understand more about the world around you, and make sure that your time is well spent, then Blinkist is for you.